So it's been a week since we're in 7.33, and right now, as I record this video, we're in 7.33b, and game is actually still chaotic. Personally, I still don't know how to move, where to move. There are some theories, but the map is so big, the vision is so limited that it makes the game a little bit chaotic. You really struggle a lot to have a standard game plan in each game. So when the 7.33 actually came online, I tried many heroes. I tried Crystal Maiden, if you can see my match history right now somewhere here. Crystal Maiden, I've played 10, of course, maybe left hero. I've played all kind of heroes. And what I realized with all the heroes is that I came up to these three problems. Number one, I had actually not that much experience as I used to be. So I would be like level 4 or even level 5, like level 4 at 10 minutes in or level 5 at like 13 minutes in. I had like big experience issues. Number two is the map is so big and the vision was so limited. It was just so hard to split push because you really can't tell where enemies are just because they can just be anywhere. The map is so big, they can just be farming or literally just be next to you. And three, laning stage was so important because, well, you need to have a good laning stage to actually have some sort of experience, and you actually needed to be ahead to have some sort of vision because if you were playing from behind after the laning stage, it felt impossible. And then I was trying to think, okay, what can I pick to actually be able to have all of this? And then I came with the simplest, in fact, it's like so simple as a plan that I'm like, okay, now we're talking about, now I can actually get to grind and get to win. And the answer is 5-man. 5-man Dota is good when you don't really know what to do. And 5-man Dota items is great, like mechs and pipes and all sorts of these items. So I'm like, okay, I need a hero that's gonna 5-man. So what hero's 5-man? I thought, okay, maybe left 10, which is like a great pick right now. And then I thought, oh wait, Undying, Omni Knight, Abaddon, these heroes are extremely strong laners and they have some bonuses. For example, Undying, which I have the most success, and this is what we'll do, is a hero that has a strong laning stage, gets to dominate the lane, give me a quick Roshan, gets to get a free shard from Tormentor, and shard on Undying is insane. And of course, you get to be a natural 5-man hero that buys mech, that buys pipes, and so on. So in this video, we will go through a replay of me playing against Saberlight, playing against Seb in the lane, and I managed to actually dominate not only the laning stage, but the game as well. Now, if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Jeff. I'm an 8K player in the Europe region, and what we mainly do in this channel is usually talk about supports, and we usually talk about game plans and itemizations, how to lane and how to play in the mid game. I will not waste any more time, let's jump into the replay to get some food for thought. Like a roller coaster. I'm gonna go through Undying. So the laning stage starts, and overall this is a fairly high rank game, I'm gonna tell you that, but don't worry, this applies on every bracket, right? The laning stage starts, and I really don't want to make this an Undying guide, but if overall you play any melee hero, you really want to buy a grenade. If you play Omni Knight, Abaddon, Undying, even I buy it on Crystal Maiden, okay? So what you want to do as position 5, and this is going to be a how to be a position 5 guide literally, is first of all you place vision here. If you're on the dire side, what I suggest is actually place a vision here, okay? So you're going to have access to the Lotus and access a little bit to the jungle, okay? Now, again, you can pick Undying, you can pick Omni Knight, you can pick any 5-man hero. Of course, if you want to play Undying, you can see the guide here, Omni Knight here, 10 here. Not much have changed, right? And like we get the kill Seb here, but this is like honestly irrelevant. Like it has nothing to do with us. We don't even get the kill, right? My mid laner gets a kill. Anyway, the game starts, okay? And the reason why I suggest vision over here is so I'm gonna see if someone else is gonna put vision there. And there's only one spot. The reason why I place vision here is to see if anyone is gonna place vision here, for example. Now we got the kill, and what we do is we go and I just placed the sentry. You can see this actually in the real game. I've recorded the whole game. I'm like, I'm gonna deny that. It's gonna get rewarded, but it doesn't really matter, okay? And the game starts. Now, in terms of items, you have like, no matter what you'll do, if there's a spammy lane, you go for a stick. If it's like a lane, you play with a Phantom Assassin or something, you will go for Orb of Venom. The most important thing is just get the grenade is really good, okay? There you go. we know right now that this guy, Seb, placed vision there because we had vision, okay? So we just get to dig ward, and of course, the way to win every single lane is actually get level 2 before them and just force. I'm not really gonna go again through how to play Undying. You can see the guide again over here, but you're just fighting right and left, and this is why I like Undying right now in this meta, because he just dominates a lane and you just get to snowball, okay? But you have this back and forth, again, just doesn't matter. The most important thing is the moment you get level 2 is the moment you force. Now you might think, oh, but Jeff, what about the lower brackets where we don't really coordinate? You can always give the call to your ally, to your lane partner, get level 2 and force it immediately. This is a fact, and this is not something I'm just making up on top of my head. Every single student I have is the first thing that I tell them in the lane, get level 2 and then just force. And now this is like the perfect execution, right? If you get to see here. The creep dies, level 2, Slark. I was already level 2 because I got the ward there, and we just force there and we just get to kill Saberlight, okay? Now, what's different in 7.33? The difference is that I want you to be aggressive before the 3-minute mark. What does it mean? I want you to always have 3 minutes in your head. 3-minute mark, 6-minute mark, and 7-minute mark. What does it mean? I want you to be aggressive, and look how aggressive I am right now. I want to be aggressive to push them away from the Lotus, so I'm going to pick it up myself, okay? So we just push the wave, or even side pull, and I want us to be aggressive. Dying there is a little bit unfortunate. I was dead anyway, like had like no health, no consumables. And let's go back a little bit again. And you see that I'm still back in time to just fight to get the Lotus. Lotus is a lot of consumables. Like, it's like a really good Fairy Fire and a really good Mango, just even better, okay? So what's the idea right now? The idea is keep bringing consumables and keep fighting for the lane. This is like all about 7.33. Even like heroes like Chen and CM, all these heroes are all about dominating the lane, get a little bit of XP boost, and try to make something happen, okay? In the lane, so in the mid game you're gonna have more XP. This is super crucial. So until 6 minutes in, I'm gonna go really fast. Again, you get to trade, and you always need to bring more consumables because it's all about the laning stage. Okay, at least if you're a support. If you play core, that's a completely different thing. Okay. So I'm just fighting against the Timberstone and the Kotal, right? By the way, these are really good players. So I got scared there, right? I really got scared there. So I'm just, you know, they were about to go on me. And there's not much to say here. There's a lot of back and forth, though, okay? Back and forth. I like Undying, of course, side pulling. I don't block the camp as Undying, of course. You can always body block it, and if they try to pull it, you can always interfere because Undying is just so much, you know, he's so tanky, okay? In terms of items, again, anything that will fight for the lane, raindrops, tangos, sticks, mangoes, of course, okay? And there's not much here to say, so I'm gonna go a little bit fast forward, okay? Back and forth, and going a little bit, right? Going a little bit behind. And one of the things that I really want to mention, and this is something I didn't actually get to do and I forgot about it, okay, is you need to take this water, actually. Most likely, it's gonna get stolen later on by the enemy support, but I need to have vision over here. And while other waters, for example, that are like in different spots, like this one, for example, or this one, are not that important, the ones near the gate are super important, right? So I will definitely advise you to take that. This is something I can't recall right now if I took it and then like Seb stole it away, but it's really important because all of a sudden we're getting cornered here and there's a Jakiro coming from behind, okay? And you really don't want to do that just because the Lotus is nearby, okay? Of course, the strength of Undying, a really good tombstone there, trying to kick them off. And look at this. On the edge, spells, this guy gets the XP, and then I just get to just fight both of them, right? Do not forget something I really want to say as support. Usually, for example, what I do in Undying right now, unlike my Undying guide, is I usually max decay and I usually go for tombstone then, and I skip completely soul rip. But in the end, you just have to adapt. What does it mean? It means that soul rip, okay, can be skilled because all of a sudden, look at this. This is on cooldown. This on cooldown. I'm like, okay, I still have a mango. And he thinks I don't really have soul rip. Otherwise, he wouldn't just spam fight me at this point, right? I just soul rip, and then I'm like level 5 minutes. It's insane. What does it mean? Aggression before 6 minutes in. So There you go. We go get this, the Lotus. And the most important thing is at 6 minutes in, until like 6:30, I want you to be as aggressive as possible. Keep pushing with regen, keep pushing with resources. It's really important. Why? Because I want them in their mind to establish that, oh, he's here, or like you can even push the lane because I want to steal this. Sure, there are heroes that can just do that, like Bane and Monkey King. I've seen like all kinds of theories, but I'm gonna be honest with you. In every single game as a position 5, I just go and just pick it up because nobody is there on time. Literally, you can just go there and steal it. And if you don't do that, you will have limited amount of XP every single time. So all of a sudden, you see how aggressive I am, right? And all of a sudden, I'm telling my Slark, hey, take the aggro right now, okay? I should, in fact, be there even faster, right? I should be there even faster, right? And you just take that. Now, I could just go a little bit on and on, like, you know, you just get level 6 and you're just fighting and you're just, you know, I'm fighting here with Saberlight, but it's not really, you know, this is not the important thing. The important thing is just to win the lane, find as many kills as possible, start with a grenade, and of course, steal this Tome of Wisdom. Now, this is what I want you to do in the lane stage. What about the mid game? Now, if you're playing Undying, this is like what I suggest, and I'm gonna break down if you play other type of heroes, okay? So if you play Undying right now, what I suggest is when you max Tombstone, okay, is a moment that you can go and you can take Roshan. Even like with level 3 Tombstone, you can do that, right? So if you have a hero that's slightly good in terms of Roshan, like a Bristleback, like a Slaughter, like an Alchemist that has like spray, like a Muerta, which is insane, then you can get to go Roshan with level 3 Tombstone, right? So if you see right down the full replay, like I'm gonna have like the full record down there, you can actually see that I was spamming a lot on Roshan, okay? I'm like, go, 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 go. And what you do is like the zombies are gonna tank the Roshan, we know that. Then you just use Flash Hip, damage amplification, it's really good. You just take Roshan and then you just get the snowball. So that's like number 2. Number 1, win laning stage. Number 2, try to get Roshan, right? Even if you don't have the best Roshan lineup, like right now I have Slark, Cope, Earthshaker, and Wyvern. If you don't know that, all of these heroes suck big time. But if you have some, for example, something like a Nursa or something like a Muerta, you can even like go and do it way faster. For example, if I have a Nursa, I will consider to go more levels, like level 5 and level 7 on Tombstone to max it, to pick up the Roshan really fast. So I'm gonna pick up the second Roshan really fast, okay? And number 3, and the reason why I insist on number 3 is, the reason why I like Undying is actually you can take Tormentor. Now, in this game, we're really far ahead, as you can see, but it doesn't really matter. We will just pick up this Tormentor. Now, in this game particularly, we actually got it fairly fast. But there are games that my team just doesn't connect, and we take it like 28, 30 minutes in. It doesn't really matter. The moment we take that is the moment, usually as Undying, that you get to buy Tombstone. And this also the benefit of Undying. The problem is that when I have something like a Nominate, something like an Abaddon, and I get to pick up the Shard like I do right now, it doesn't really get to do anything. It just increase my, in reality, just increase my net worth. I'm just losing more gold, for example, right? But Undying, Chen, and Warlock that I'm still trying out, they benefit a lot from that, okay? So we get that, and when you get to pick that, is in reality, you are 6-slotted. Because what happens is that I use it in many games, and I use it as Pad's Dismember, okay? So I can go to place it right now, anywhere I want, and then I can just pick up, like I can just put someone into the Tombstone whenever I want. So that's a small fight that I felt like I could have played it a little bit better. Right? I'm just getting attacked by an Alchemist. Of course, I have Pipe, which is like really good against like this Radiance. So I'm already tanky, right? But I'm just putting the Tombstone. Look at this. Right? I should like get out a little bit of Chakra. Because in my mind, if you can see again the video in the bottom, I'm going to have the link, is I was thinking, oh, I'm going to go into the Tombstone. And then I'm just going into the Tombstone, and then I just get to die by Saberlight, like, boom, okay? But I still provide that much space that it's gonna be good. Now, this, like, again, the game plan is simple. Win the laning stage, 3 minutes in, push a wave, 6 minutes in, push a wave, 7 minutes in, like, push them back so you can take the tome. And then, well, Undying can actually get to give you the Roshan. What about Omni Knight and all these 5-man heroes? The answer is that you can take Roshan with any hero, as long as you have remotely someone good enough to take it. For example, Muerta and Ursa and so on. These are like really meta heroes. What you want to do is play around these heroes throughout the whole game. as Jeff, like, I had a really big time actually with vision. I was just getting caught. The map is so big. I actually struggled big time. Honestly, I struggled big time. So my advice is to pick a strong laner and to pick a hero that 5-mans, that potentially has a heal. For all I know, that could be an Oracle, even though I think Oracle isn't the strongest laner. He's really good in the mid game, but isn't the strongest laner. So Chain is a really good option. Undying, Omni Knight, Abaddon, Warlock, question mark. I'm still trying this out, and this is just one way to play the game. For example, I'm trying right now the roaming thing. I'm playing my beloved Bounty Hunter. My Crystal Maiden, for example, is not really going that well, right? But, you know, Bounty Hunter, I've played a little bit of Kotal, I've played a little bit of Clockwork. These heroes are all fine, but so far I have the most success, if you can see the win rate right here, with Undying. If you want to ask any questions, you can type down below. I think that we're still in a phase that even myself, I still experiment and I still don't know, you know, which path to follow. And when I have like this type of games that I'm playing with, I don't know, rank 19 and like 2-time TI winner, it's the most logical to go for this type of heroes. The last thing that I really want to, you know, a point is that, Jeff, what about my lower ranks? You know, you play high rank, there is a lot more coordination. And what about me? I'm a Herald, I'm a Guardian. And I'm gonna be honest, just with Undying and Omni Knight, I have tested that in every single bracket with all my students in live coaching. I have tested that with the exception of the Guardian, in Herald, Crusader, Archon, Legend, Ancient, and Divine. Immortal is myself, right? And it works every single time. It's so easy to pick up that Roshan because it's in the side lanes and you don't really, you know, enemies don't really get to think, oh, they are just Roshaning. It just slips away. It's so easy to pick it up. And someone might think, oh, we're Dire, for example, right? And the Roshan is here. The enemies can just, you know, TP to this outpost, teleport to the Twin Gate, come here. Guys, the team coordination that this requires, we're talking about TI level. Even in my games, this is not the case. And most likely you will be scared to go because if you just go, for example, here and you want to like TP to contest a Roshan here, this is going to be worth it. There's no way, like, they're going to let it go, honestly. So my piece of advice is follow this game plan. 5-man Dota. We're playing against Rikis and Bounties and Chance every single time. It's just so hard. Do that and trust me, you will succeed. That's a video I believe is going to be really helpful for everyone that still tries to figure things out. Like myself, I'm still in that process. Before I close the video, what I want to say is that if you're into coaching, if you're interested or anything, you can actually check our 6-month coaching program. It's actually, you know, a real small community. And what we do is go in depth in terms of supports and core, from fundamentals, from the laning stage to the late game. So make sure you check it out. Nothing else to say. Hope you like it. If you do like it, subscribe, like, and comment. It motivates me a lot to make these videos. GG Raza, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, real quick, if you did like this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, as it motivates us a lot to keep making these videos and these guides. And of course, make sure you check out our 6-month coaching program. It's almost guaranteed. That's gonna get you to the next metal, if not metals. The link is gonna be down in the descriptions. Make sure you click it and apply right now.